Filming.
Okay, so before we start this whole concussion assessment, I want you to tell me just some information about you. Your name,
Michael Homer,
date of birth.
November 9th, 2000.
You're also going to take the time of the injury that it occurred and the date. Male, female, or prefer not to say.
Male.
Dominant hand is what?
My right hand.
What team or school you play for?
The University of Florida football team.
And what year are you in school?
I am a freshman.
First language is what?
English.
Is that your preferred language?
It is.
Okay. Now we're going to get like specific concussion history. How many concussions have you been diagnosed with in the past?
2.
When was the most recent?
3 months ago.
And what were your primary symptoms?
Just some bit of a headache, foggy, and dizziness.
And how long did it take you for to recover?
About like 15 days.
The first step of the immediate assessment of a concussion, you're going to look for red flags. Red flags can include neck pain or tenderness, seizure, convulsing, double vision, loss of consciousness, weakness or tingling or burning in more than one arm or in the legs, deteriorating conscious state, vomiting, severe increasing headache, increasing breathlessness, agitated or combative, a Glasgow coma scale less than 15, and a visible deformity of the skull. If you see any of these red flags, you need to call EMS immediately. Some observational signs you might witness for a concussion are lying motionless on the playing surface, falling unprotected to the surface. They have balance problems, gait problems, motor incoordination, ataxia, stumbling, or slow labored movements. They're disoriented or confused, staring or limited responsiveness, and an inability to respond appropriately to questions. They may have a blank look on their face. There's facial injuries after head trauma, impact seizure, or there's a high-risk mechanism of injury. For the Glasgow coma scale, you're looking at eye response, verbal response, and motor response. For eye response, you want to make sure those eyes open simultaneously. For verbal response, you want to make sure they're oriented. For motor response, you want to make sure they understand commands. If any of these don't occur, they are red flags, and you need to call 911.
Video.
Okay. Do you have any neck pain while at rest?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any tenderness or anything that? Can I palpate it?
Yep.
That doesn't hurt at all?
Nope.
Do you have any pain when you move your neck side to side, up and down, circles, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, good. Do you feel like your limb strength and your sensation, you can feel everything in your fingertips to your toes?
Yeah.
Lift your strength. Okay.
If they answer yes to any of these questions, you're immediately referring them to the nearest emergency room.
One going.
Okay, the next one I want you to do is have your fingers like this. You can go to your nose as fast as you can. Alright, close your eyes and do it. Alright, go ahead and stop. Open your eyes. Next one you're going to do, you look at my nose and then move your eyes left and right as fast as you can without moving your head. Okay, now up and down. And there you're going to look for any abnormal movements with his eye.
If they have any abnormal eye movement during these exams, you need to refer them to the closest hospital.
One going.
Okay, now I'm just going to ask you some just random questions that you should know, you might know the answer to. What venue are we at today?
We are at the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
What half is it?
It's the first half.
So what's the score of your last game?
It was 21-14.
Who did you play last week?
We played Michigan State University.
What team won last week?
Michigan State University.
To score this test, if they get it right, you circle 1. If they get it wrong, you get 0. The best they can get is 5 out of 5.
One going.
Have you ever been hospitalized for head injury?
No.
Diagnosed, treated with headache disorder or migraines?
Nope.
Diagnosed with disability or dyslexia?
Nope.
Diagnosed with ADHD?
Nope.
You diagnosed with depression, anxiety, or any other symptom?
Nope.
It's not there.
You need to get the athlete's background and if they're on any medication, because this could influence their scores of the SCAT.
Ready?
Going.
Okay, so now we're going to take an evaluation of your symptoms. They rate from 0 to 6. 6 is most severe. 1, you have it a little bit. 0, you don't have it at all. Headache,
About 1,
pressure in the head,
0,
neck pain,
0,
nausea or vomiting,
1,
dizziness,
2,
blurred vision,
1,
balance problems,
0,
sensitive to light,
1,
sensitive to noise,
1,
feeling slowed down,
2,
feel like you're in a fog,
1,
don't feel right,
0,
difficulty concentrating,
0,
difficulty remembering,
1,
fatigue or low energy,
1,
confusion,
0,
drowsiness,
0,
more emotional,
0,
irritability,
0,
sadness,
0,
nervous or anxious,
0.
any trouble falling asleep.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Do any of these symptoms get worse with physical activity?
A bit, maybe.
Any symptoms get worse with doing homework or anything like that?
No.
What percentage would you give yourself if you don't feel like you're 100?
90.
Why is it only 90?
I just feel a little slowed down, kind of dizzy with a headache.
After you get all their symptoms, you total the number of symptoms and the severity score. The most number of symptoms they can have is 22, and the most severity score they can have is 132.
Go.
Okay, now I'm just going to ask you some other questions. So what month is it?
July
What's the date?
19th,
What day of the week?
Friday,
What year is it?
2024.
About what time is it within an hour?
About 9.
To score the orientation screening, you either circle 1 or 0 if they get the answer right. 1 means they got it right, 0 means they got it wrong. The most they can get is 5.
Going.
I'm going to test your memory now. I'm going to read a list of words, and when I'm done, repeat the words as many as you can, no particular order, back to me, and we'll do it 3 separate times. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, movie, dollar, honey, mirror, saddle, anchor.
Jacket, pepper, cotton, movie, mirror, arrow, saddle, anchor.
Good. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, movie, dollar, honey, mirror, saddle, anchor.
Jacket, pepper, cotton, movie, mirror, saddle, cotton, anchor.
Okay. Good. 1 more time. Jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, movie, dollar, honey, mirror, saddle, anchor.
Jacket, pepper, cotton, movie, mirror, dollar, cotton, saddle, anchor.
Good.
For scoring of the immediate memory, you either circle 1 or 0. 1 means they got the word, 0 means they did not say the word in the list. At the end of all 3 trials, you add up how many times they did say a word from the list.
I'm going to read a string of numbers. When I'm done, you have to repeat them to me backwards. And as you go on, then you'll get more numbers increased. So if I said 719, you would say 917. And if I said 968, you should say 869. So, all right, we're going to do 526,
265,
415,
514,
1795,
5971,
4968,
8694,
48527,
72584,
61843,
38461.
Okay. And then now we're going to want you to do the months of the year in reverse order, starting with December.
December, November, October, September, April. August, July, June, May, February, January.
Scoring for the concentration section goes like this. If they get it right, you circle 1. If they get it wrong, you give them another attempt at the same level they messed up on. For the months, if they miss a month but go back quickly and correct it, it does not count as a mark against them. At the end, you add up how many they got right, and the max score is 5.
Okay, going.
Okay, what foot would you kick a ball with?
My right.
Okay, we're on hardwood, so we write that down. He's also barefoot. Okay, the first stance we're going to have you do is a double leg stance. So you're going to have your hands on your hips, your feet are going to be together, your eyes are going to be shut, and you're going to hold this for 20 seconds. You're going to look to see any errors. If his eyes open, his hands come off his hips, he falls out of balance, his heel comes up too far, can't get back in line too quick. And then, all right, good, stop. The next one's gonna be your tandem, so we're gonna be on your left foot and it's gonna be in the back, since that's your non-dominant. Same position, hands on your hips and your eyes shut. And as you go, do the same kind of thing, looking at errors, hands on your hips. If he falls out of balance like he's about to right now, that'll be marked as an error, and you do it for another 20 seconds. All right, stop. The last one you're gonna do is, you're gonna do one-legged stance with your left foot. Have your right foot out towards not against your other leg. Same position, hands on your hips, eyes shut, go. Same thing, you're looking for any errors throughout the process. And there's one error. All right, go ahead and stop. After that, you're...
The maximum amount of errors you can have for each stance during the modified best test is 10. Errors can be anywhere from falling out of position, opening their eyes, their hands coming off their hips, or not getting back into position quickly.
You're going.
Okay, so the next one we're going to do is a tandem walk. We're going to do about 3 meters long. So basically when you come to this line right here, you're going to walk as fast as you can without your feet coming apart as you do a tandem walk. So basically like this. And then you're going to turn around and go back the other way. When I say go, you're going to go. So get your feet ready to do a tandem walk and go.
There are 3 trials done with a timed tandem gait. You will take the average of all 3 trials and their fastest trial.
Go.
Okay, so you remember any of the words I gave you? We're going to recall them back now, do them in any order whatsoever.
Dollar, jacket, arrow, pepper, cotton, saddle, anchor, mirror, movie. That's about it.
Good.
The last step is delayed recall. You ask the athlete how many words they can remember from the list you gave them earlier. It's the same exact scoring as before. After the last test, you need to find the total cognitive score. You do this by adding part 3, 4, and 5 together, and the max score is 50. If you know the athlete prior to the injury, you have to assess, are they different than the usual self, or if you don't know them, you mark not applicable. The last step is to make the decision if they have a concussion or not. You will look back at the severity of the symptoms, how many symptoms, and the score of the cognitive testing. If you are unsure if they have a concussion or not, you will refer them to the team physician. You also need to make sure you sign and write any notes that occurred during the exam.